Hey everybody, my name is Peter Freeman, and today I'm going to teach you how to hit a topspin forehand, step by step, drills included. You're going to love this video. You find that you do like this video, give this video a like, because every time you give one of my videos a like, my best buddy B2 gives you 100 free B2 puppy kisses. Now you can't beat that. All right, so first of all, let's get into why. Why do you want, not only want, you absolutely need to learn how to hit topspin. If you're new into tennis and you don't know how to hit topspin, I'm telling you, you want to take a good amount of time learning how to do what I'm going to show you today, because it really has set the game free for all the pros you see on TV. If you notice, today's pros hit the ball so hard with extreme confidence, and the way they're able to do this is on their topspin forehand and backhand. Back in the day, old school tennis, there was actually a lot of chipping or punching or flat hitting, which meant you could only swing your racket head so fast or else the ball is going to fly. And you might be experiencing that right now, especially if you don't have topspin. Even the slightest swing that you go through might send the ball over the fence. So you need to learn how to hit topspin if that is happening to you. Today's pros are able to swing as fast as they want and the ball still goes in. So you definitely win with spin. All right, so that's why you need to learn how to do it. So you can hit the ball hard and it still goes in. And that's pretty much every tennis player's dream. Before I teach you how to hit topspin, I just want to do a quick demonstration of what topspin looks like and what it doesn't look like, so you can know when you go to the court if you're actually hitting the ball successfully with spin. When you're going to see the ball with topspin, you're going to see it go up first and then drop second. Okay, that's topspin. It's going up and then it's dropping. That roll is making the ball go up and then drop. That is topspin. That allows you to swing with a lot of freedom. You can see that I'm bringing a pretty good amount of racket head speed into the ball, and the ball is still going in safely. All right, that's what topspin looks like, and that's what it does for you. And you can hit the ball, you know, that's a pretty good margin over the net. You can even hit it super high over the net and it still goes in, or you can try and hit some lower over the net and it still goes in and hits a tennis basket, okay? What topspin doesn't look like is this, when you're hitting the ball kind of line drivey, right? They can be great, like those are nice. If any of those go in, like that one, that's devastating, but I can't rely on doing that entire match. So what am I doing right now? I'm hitting the ball flat, and they can fly. Flat balls can fly, guys. They can also hit winners, but it's hard to win a lot of matches, especially because whenever we play a match, we're gonna get a little nervous. So being able to have that safety of topspin is gonna help us a lot when we're playing and we're a little nervous, okay? So that's flat, and then the other spin is slice, okay? So if your ball kind of floats through the air like that, there's a good chance you're slicing it. Slice can also go pretty fast and low and skid. That's another shot you definitely want to learn, okay? So you want to learn how to hit a slice forehand and backhand as well, because you're going to need that. But you can see, again, it's maybe not as safe. You got to be more careful, more precise with the slice to really make it work for you, okay? It's kind of a pitch shot. You're not really going to swing and hit the ball. So let's start getting into some instruction on how to hit topspin, how to start feeling it, and these instructions will also be drills that you can do. Okay, so the first thing I suggest you get to is a semi-western grip. You don't have to do a semi-western grip to have topspin on your forehand, but I think it feels the best for topspin. So I just drop my racket, I pick the racket up, I'm holding it like a frying pan, and that's gonna put the strings down a bit. You see how my strings are facing down? And I don't think a lot of beginners think about this, or intermediate players, or people don't have topspin. They always think about middling the ball, hitting the ball in the middle of the strings. When you do that, especially if it opens up at all, the ball is gonna fly and there's gonna be no spin, and that's when you hit your balls into the fence. Okay, with topspin, you wanna be thinking about something I call the edge of power, leading to the ball with the edge of your racket. See that front edge going forward? You're thinking, how's that going to go in? It will go in, and especially when you watch the pros, and we'll put some pros on the screen hitting a forehand right now, you're going to notice that their strings are really facing the ground where it looks almost impossible to hit. It's kind of the same thing on a serve. Right before they hit it, doesn't look like it's possible to go over the net and in, but you're going to get here, you're gonna come here and hit, and then when you hit, you see those strings are gonna be slightly leaning forward or even. Once it starts to go up, you're not gonna have topspin. So what I want you to do is to start from the contact point. I want you to get your semi-western grip, put your racket out here in front, have your wrist pretty relaxed, fingers spread apart here. See I've got like, call that the trigger finger. You're gonna be using that trigger finger kind of like pull up on the racket as you're doing this. As you're doing this, you're gonna get a little bit of this, but also a little more forward with that. So just not this way, but forward in that way. Forward and pull the trigger finger and start right from contact. This is going to allow you to do something that you're going to hear a lot of coaches say, brush the ball. And you're like, what is brushing the ball? I don't know what that feels like. This will help you start to feel that. So I'm here out in front, drop the ball. And you see I use that finger here to lift up on my racket, but also go forward. And that already is putting a lot of spin. A lot of people think you need to use a lot of wrist when you're hitting the forehand. You actually don't want to do that. That can actually mess up your shot and tweak it. Let me show you this from the back view so you can see it. So again, I'm starting from the contact point, got the finger separated here, and I'm also going to drop my legs a little bit. It's super important to get below the ball. Lots of people, when they start hitting topspin, they start hitting the net because they keep the racket above the ball and they start going like this. So if you're hitting the ball into the net, that's actually a good sign, okay? Most people start hitting the ball in the net when they're learning topspin because they're not relaxed down enough. So watch this. I'm going to come here, relax, down, brush. See that ball spin, okay? Right here, again, push forward and over. See that ball spin. Down, forward, and over. And it's super important to start here in the short court so you can start to really feel this and not have to muscle it. And just be comfortable knowing that all you need to do is move your racket forward a little bit with a little bit of that motion right there, forward with that motion, just not all. If you just go complete windshield wiper, your ball's not gonna go anywhere. We need some forward drive. So it's forward, with a little bit of that in there, not too much, and that's going to give you a lot of spin. Look at that ball go up and drop in every single time. So that's pretty fun. I'm going to show you another exercise you could do to really kind of feel that topspin, like get more extreme with your topspin. So the second exercise we can do, and I saw this is a great little instruction. I actually saw someone doing this on Instagram too. I thought, oh, what a good idea, is when you hit your forehand, a lot of times you do want to follow up here and catch the follow through. I call that home base. But to really get the feeling of spin, okay, after the ball is gone, after it's gone is when you're going to add your most amount of wrist. So you can really practice turnover, feel like you're making a rainbow. So the racket tip's going up to the sky and then falling down the other side. So you can get beside the net here and you can practice starting right from that contact point like we were, and then going up forward. Make sure you go forward first, and then make a rainbow, and then drop to the other side of the net by your shin here, okay? So practicing that a couple times, boom, really doing that. You could do some shadow strokes, and then another thing you can do, and I'm lucky enough to where there's a net right there, so that's gonna help me. So it's especially good when you got a court with some fences or dividers right here. When you go sideways, kind of helps you out. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go ba, up and drop, through it and drop. So I can really feel that ball spin. And then, you guessed it, the third exercise, we're gonna get that feeling, and we're gonna practice doing that from about 3/4 court. Okay, so now we want to pretend that there's still a net on this side of us, and we want to go over the net and then drop the racket on the other side, still going forward first, still pushing forward and then moving the trigger finger up after we feel like we've hit the ball. And when we do that, again, that's going to give us some nice topspin. A lot of people will call this the windshield wiper forehand. This windshield wiper forehand allows you to get a lot of topspin, so you can hit the ball, you know, higher over the net, and it's still going to go in when you do this. Boom! And really, it's all about relaxing on the other side. when you do that. You can also even practice hitting more of the outside of the ball, and you can learn a specialty shot called an windshield wiper angle forehand. So watch this. Watch how I get here, and I do basically the same follow through, and now all of a sudden you can see that the ball is pulling off the court. I'm using my hips there to also make that happen, which we'll get to in another lesson. Okay, but I think just doing those 3 exercises right there will get you hitting a topspin forehand. Right now you don't need to worry about a big backswing, or should you loop, should you pat the dog, any of that stuff. That all can be added and get a little more power. But today I just wanted to show you how to get the ball spinning off your racket. If at any time you notice the ball loses its spin, it's because you did something called the tweak. You went here and you tweaked your racket face and it opened up. So anytime you don't see spin, I guarantee you tweaked, so you have to learn to trust. You want your racket face moving like that through the tennis ball. If you enjoyed this video, if you're still watching, the free B2 puppy kisses are still available. So give this video a like. You get 100 free B2 puppy kisses from my best buddy. Subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. And if you want to have an awesome serve to go with your now new and improved topspin forehand, then what I want you to do is click the link up here or go in the description, and you get a free serving A to Z course. 33 free videos, not just like 3 videos or 1 video lesson or a PDF. No, 33 videos. It's a full-on course that takes you serving A to Z. So if you're learning how to hit topspin, you're probably learning how to hit a serve too. And this will take you from the very beginning of serving, and then also teach you how to perfect your toss, get the right grip, learn how to hit spin on your serve as well, whether you want to hit a slice serve or a kick serve. It's in there, so make sure you sign up, and we'll see you on the next video.